Welcome to the Drum Social Podcast with Alex Morse and Ben Bell.
Welcome to the Drum Social Podcast. Today's guest, he's played for Stormzy, Ed Sheeran, Little Mix, and many more. The list was insane. And just the coolest name in drums.
Yeah,
Mr. Dexter Hercules.
It's
How's
my
it
real
going?
name. It's my real name.
What's your middle name? What's your middle name?
Ricardo.
Why is that not in the Instagram handle?
Yeah, I know it's just too long, but yeah, Dexter Hercules will do. So
There's no question that's going to be better
That's
than
kind of it.
right, let's just wrap it up.
Right. Well, we like to start the interviews out by giving the guest a gift. So I've got you a little gift. Alex doesn't
sick.
really know what it is, but
Got no idea what's going on here. Thank
it's
you.
quite self-explanatory.
Oh my days,
Oh, sick. I didn't know why you got him.
You are
This-
a huge Arsenal fan.
bro! I'm going to be using this every single day. This is mega. Thank you very much.
That's right.
Did you get two? Can I have one?
Sadly not.
No,
The reason it's
this is
also
an
a water
exclusive.
bottle.
Bro, I'll be taking this to the gym every single day. Thank you.
This
very
is
much.
why I got you the water bowl,
Thank
because
you.
I think
because you can tell that I work out.
Yeah.
you're in great shape, and I
Yeah,
think that
thank
it's
you.
important for younger drummers to have someone to look up to, like yourself, that isn't just out there drinking, eating kebabs.
That's true.
And so I wanted to get you something to highlight both of those things.
This is sick, man.
I'm
Thank
jealous.
you.
I thought you might have just a cupboard full of them. Like at night when you're trying to get a glass
I
of
don't.
water.
I've actually got one. Like I've got a water bottle, but it's not an Arsenal one. So now, I'll just be
Okay, I'm glad.
walking around with this all the time.
Yes,
Thank you
get
very
in.
much. That's a great gift. We could just wrap it up.
Yeah, with the name in the bottle, we're done.
Yeah. It's been great.
We wanted to go to the very start because obviously we know you now as just like playing for every single pop star and just like all the cool videos and everything else. But how did drumming begin for you?
Yeah, man. I started playing drums when I was 3 years old. I had
What? How?
I started playing at 3. Kind of, I guess, like, is that a typical story of, got a drum kit when I was really young, destroyed the drum kit, and then my grandmother kind of saw that I had like natural rhythm and eventually bought me a drum kit at 10. I've got like a whole part of my life that I don't remember between 3 and 10. It's just blank. And it kind of starts at 3 playing this blue Mickey Mouse drum kit and
Love
then
that.
picks back up at 10. And the only thing I kind of remember in between then is going swimming.
How long were you swimming for?
Yeah, just going my mum taking me swimming and like a couple adventure playgrounds and then
Just France and back.
yeah, that's it. And just being into football kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then my grandmother bought me a drum kit at I think I was around 10 or something like that. And I was just desperate for it. I used to get in a lot of trouble at school, couldn't concentrate that much and tapping on tables and stuff like that. And she kind of...
Will Drumsdaly has entered the room.
Hey,
And Chudman. Chudman's here, the sound man.
The sound man's here.
Sorry, Dad.
Sorry.
it's all good.
Take us back. We're 10. We're playing football. We're swimming.
10, grandmother bought me a drum kit, purple drum kit called CB drums.
CB drums as well.
Yeah,
I was wine red.
yep. And
Does that mean anything?
it was man. Everybody starts on one of those.
Yeah.
Right? And she bought me one of those, and I kind of started to develop my drumming from there. Really, I went to 2 different primary schools, so I got in trouble. So I had to be shipped off to the next one. And then in the second primary school, the first primary school was just no musical instruments. It was like a bit more Church of England. It was like a little bit stricter. The second primary school was like really liberal and like
No
just
rules.
kind of no rules. They had a drum kit. They had like a school choir, a school band. I didn't want to leave the first primary school, but then my mum kind of sold it to me that there was a drum kit there. And I was like, right, cool. When do I start? My head teacher at that school was a bass player.
Oh my God.
And me and him used to like jam at lunchtimes. It was mad, bro.
So good.
Nobody jams with their head teacher.
Yeah.
Nobody even likes their head teacher.
Yeah.
But I loved my head
They
teacher.
made a show about how bad they were.
Yeah,
It's called
my
Demon
head
Headmaster.
teacher, he was the man, Ken. Shout out to Ken if you're
Shout
watching.
out.
Ken.
Oh,
You are not getting
Ken.
its attention at all. It's just like,
No,
see you at band practice.
No, he's like, go straight to the music room. Okay, why not? So, me and Ken used to he used to just jam with me and really kind of like helped me along.
Yeah.
And then that was kind of my first introduction to getting formal drum lessons. There was a drum teacher there as well. And in and around that time, so let's say like around 10, 11, my mum joined the church, and it was like a big church, and that's like the first time that I saw drummers and that kind of things, like real kind of like gospel kind of vibe. And then I just started watching like these drummers every single Sunday. And it kind of just grew really, really quickly because I kind of just had like natural rhythm, but I had never seen a drummer play a drum kit up until my mum went to that church. So everything that I learned was like listening to records and just kind of like I could hear records and it just made sense to me what the drummers were doing, even though I didn't know that you had to do that with your hi-hat and that I didn't know. And one day I went to the new school and sat behind the drum kit and I could just play.
That's
like,
insane.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like
powerful.
for some people that, I mean, there's like been a few times in my life where I've seen something and thought I can do that and then just done it.
Yeah.
And that was one of the occasions. And the other occasion was ice skating. I just put on the boots, man. I was like, I can do this. This makes sense. And I was off. I never fell. Do you know what I mean?
Have you ever done them at the same time?
I've tried, man, but it's a little bit difficult. But and then started, like I said, getting lessons and watching these drummers in church and learning songs and learning how to play with different artists and different musicians, and then kind of fast forward to secondary school, starting to take it seriously and meeting professional musicians, meeting other drummers in my area from my secondary school. I was playing in like samba bands when I was a bit younger, jazz bands, orchestras, all of that thing. So like everything kind of really excelled kind of as a teenager onwards. And then the journey really just snowballed. I went to music college, the Brit School, studied music there, and then left college. I really wanted to go to Berkeley, and I got into Berkeley, but I got like half a scholarship kind of thing. It was still a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
So I took a gap year, got like a Christmas temp job in JD Sports.
Oh, classic.
Thought you were going to say at like the skate rink.
No, I wish. I got Christmas temp job in JD Sports, and then I was there for a little while. They kept me on, and then one day the manager called me into the office and showed me like some CCTV footage, and like I was standing there kind of like tapping and somebody was like stealing clothes behind me and I had no idea what was going on. And like literally behind me, and I was just there tapping away, and then she kind of like was like, what's happening? And I'm like, I hate you and I hate this job and I don't want to be here anymore. And like not long after that, I got a phone call from, because at this time I'm kind of like young teenager kind of thing, and I was playing in a lot of choirs, I was doing a lot of competitions, so there was like a load of, my name was kind of moving around town, I guess. And I started to meet a lot of drummers, and there was a drummer who couldn't do like this set of function gigs that was running for like a month and a half to 2 months in Cyprus, and he couldn't do it, and I was young, and it was just a great opportunity, and I got the phone call to go and cover him and do these gigs. So I kind of put my fingers up to the manager and said, I'm out of here, peace.
That's such a ball. I mean, normally it's like, I'm just going to Sports Direct instead, but you're just like
No,
Cyprus.
I'm like, I'm out, I'm going on tour, I've made it. And I went to do this function. We was playing in like different hotels in Cyprus for a month, like 3 different hotels, like maybe like 5 times a week or something like that. And it was like the best experience ever. And I went and did that for a couple months, came back for the summer. This is kind of still on that gap year. Came back for the summer. My mum's like, right, uni. Like if you've had your year now, if you're not going to Berkeley, you got to go to uni. And I'm like, oh, man, I've just had this little tour. I've just got like a little taste of, you know, what's to come. And then got to like the end of that summer, and I got into some unis in the UK, and I really didn't want to go. But I then got a phone call to audition for a singer called Eliza Doolittle right at the end of the summer. And it was like, if I don't get this gig, I got to go uni.
Yeah.
I might have
And
seen
I
you
had
at this gig.
I had to learn like 3 songs. And like, it's really basic songs, bro, but I learned everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And yeah, I got the gig, and everything kind of from that moment snowballed into where I am now.
Yeah.
It's a kind of long story
No,
as to
it's
how
great.
did you
No,
get
it's
started,
exciting, man.
but that's what happened.
It makes... Oh,
Sorry, go on.
it makes sense.
Better be
though.
good.
Yeah, well, hopefully. But it makes sense though, because all the like different genres that you can play. But when you explain being in all these different situations, because you've got the like the control, the touch, but then sometimes it's just pure power when you're playing drums as well. The Patrick Vieira of drums.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
How'd you feel about that?
We were all waiting for Alex to get football
That's big,
out, and he's
man.
done it immediately.
That was big.
That's the first one.
That's the
That's
first one.
big.
That's the first one for the listeners.
Is that good?
Yeah, that was amazing.
Thank you very
I'll
much.
take that,
Thank you
bro.
very much.
I'll
Yeah, for
take
the
that.
listeners, I don't really want to talk about drums, but just want to talk about Arsenal. But
Well,
I'm
that was
like
big. I love that
shaking.
one.
all right. There we go.
But yeah, and you know, I did grow up with like, you know, in my house, kind of like I said, I didn't see drummers for a really long time. So like the music that was in the house at the time was kind of like reggae, rootsy kind of dance hall reggae kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Little bit of like R&B and stuff like that. And then going into like these different situations, like I said, started playing samba a lot. So I kind of learned how to play a bit more like traditional and like snare and surdo and go-go bells and that kind of like understanding that vibe. And then started playing in church at like, you know, 11, 12 or whatnot. Started learning how to play gospel. And then outside of that, like Saturday schools, I'm playing like jazz, orchestra, like so all of these different things. And then when I was a teenager, I met a drummer called Julian Brown. Julian Brown plays for Massive Attack now, but he played with everybody. And Julian was like, this gospel stuff is great, but you should listen to some of this like jazz stuff and like this fusion stuff. And I was like, what's that? You know, and then he started showing me like all this like different world. I started listening to like Herbie Hancock and Chick Corea and like all of these different things that I did not know about. And then I kind of abandoned all of the gospel stuff because that was in me.
Yeah.
You know, so once you kind of like internalize a genre, it's there. So I kind of stopped listening to that stuff and then started listening to like all of this jazz stuff. And then I started listening to like Mars Volta and like all of these like different proggy stuff.
Yeah.
And then my playing like absolutely changed. There was a point where I was like playing in church, but I wasn't really sounding gospel-y anymore. Do you know what I mean? I was sounding like this kind of like jazzy kind of proggy kind of guy with still a bit of a gospel feel.
Yeah.
But it really helped. And then when I got the Eliza thing, I then learned how to play pop, you know, and I learned how to like really just play pocket and hold it down. And even that first thing, the function thing that I was doing in Cyprus for 2 months, I didn't know how to play songs. And then I learned how to play September and Rock With You and learn all of these songs like off by heart. You know, and when you're playing it like 5 times a week for like 2 months, like it's then you can reel off any Earth, Wind and Fire, any Stevie, anything. And I'm like, okay, cool. Do you get what I'm saying? So it kind of becomes a melting pot.
Do you have any advice for anyone that hasn't been exposed to a genre that wants to get into it in terms of like looking at it as a drummer?
Yeah.
Would you just say listen to as much of that stuff as you can? Or are you going back from listening to Herbie and then you're trying to play things from it?
There's kind of 2 ways of looking at it. I mean, like for me, it took a minute for me to even understand like Chick Corea's music. Like I didn't even like it at first. I was like, "Bruv, this is dead, bro." Like I don't know what's like. I'm not really like the drumming is sick. The drumming is sick.
Yeah, just want to turn down everyone
but
else.
the music is I'm not understanding it yet.
Yeah.
And it took me a minute. And the same with prog and the same with metal and like The same with like some Latin stuff. It was just too complicated. I'm like, what's going on? You have to then, but then when you start to like, there's one thing kind of learning, like appreciating the music, but when you appreciate what the drummer's doing, then you're really like, okay, actually, I feel like I want to get some of these techniques down.
Yeah.
And I feel like in order for me to do that, I'm going to have to start finding records that I can really listen to that. Like, and you have to do it in little bits. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So before going like maybe all the way out there listening to like some Chick Corea, you might have to listen to some like Yellow Jackets first and kind of like ease your way in and just try and find some records that you like.
Yeah.
And then you'll be ready once you've listened to some Yellow Jackets, Will Kennedy, then you might be able to get to a point where you can listen to like some Mahavishnu with Billy Cobham. Like, but you can't just dive straight into something that like that you don't understand. Do you get what I'm saying? So when I'm listening to like Yellow Jackets records, it's like, okay, some of the chords and like it's got a bit more of like a smoother kind of feel. It's not far off of like some gospel kind of smooth vibes. Yeah. And then I kind of found my way into really appreciating the genres. And then the other approach is like just really understanding the drummers and what they're doing. So like if you want to get good and you want to like really start understanding like some fusion and like when you start to listen to like Mike Stern or like these kind of acts and you like, what's Dennis doing? Like, what's Dennis Chambers doing? And you start to really just go down like what the actual drummer is doing. And then once you appreciate what the drummer's doing, you'll just love the music.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So like, I kind of took both approaches because there's some stuff, like I said, it's just really hard to listen to. But if you want it like that much, then, you know, you'll find the beauty. You'll find the beauty in everything, yeah.
It's just too good. I just don't know what's... But then, yeah, and then how do you find that then? I know you mentioned like Eliza Doolittle earlier, but then you're kind of going from that to then like the biggest names in pop. What is that journey?
It becomes kind of like, I mean, I was really fortunate. I didn't know it at the time. When I'm playing with Eliza Doolittle, like the music was like just really poppy, and it was kind of like at the time she was an artist that was packaged for like young teenagers, really kind of basic pop.
Yeah.
Bear in mind that I've just kind of like learned how to play all of this mad fusion stuff. I'm like this gospel guy that's got like, I'm like, I felt like I was handcuffed.
Yeah, they're like, put the stacker in the
like,
crash
I'm like,
down.
what is going on? Do you know what I mean? Like, I got friends like who was gigging that were like doing like these sick gigs that like going crazy, and I'm like, I can't even do any of that stuff that I really can do on this gig. But everybody's journey is completely different. For me, I didn't know that I needed to do that gig at that time in my life. You know, even like some of the uniform that we had to wear, man.
Talk me through it.
Yeah, walk us through it. Come
Bro,
on.
I'm not going to lie to you, man. It's shocking, bro. Like, maybe this is the bit where you insert the clip of like me wearing some mad stuff. Like,
Yeah.
really embarrassed. But then I just learned to become immune to embarrassment because like I just don't care anymore because I've worn mad things live on TV, like, you know. But but like in all seriousness, that it like I kind of didn't realize that I was going in like a different lane, like learning how to play like pop and actually just hold it down. Because like I said, I'd done like competitions and people knew who I was, like kind of in the scene, and they knew that I was like this drummer, but they hadn't seen me do that stuff. So actually now they're seeing me like do these shows where I'm just like holding it down. And oh, like we know that you can do the chop stuff, but actually like this is pretty cool. I didn't know that you could just like.
Yeah, they're more impressed with that. But
Yeah.
you're like, all right, fine.
I'm like, all right, cool. Like this is great. And then kind of from that point, I became trusted. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like it was a thing of like, well, we know that you can go crazy, and but actually we've seen and we've got evidence now of you actually like being able to hold it down. You know, having longevity in the music industry, like the live music industry, is all about being trusted, really. Do you know what I mean? And building relationships and building your reputation like that way. And then like kind of from Eliza, then got a phone call to go and play with Rita Ora. And then that was a little bit more of a gig where I could, express myself a little bit more. But then after Rita, I got to play with Ollie Murs, which was like a bit more hold it down a little bit. And then the phone calls just kind of kept on coming. But like the beautiful thing about it is that like I was doing that. I was still kind of like playing at jam nights in town. So I like every time I was on a gig where like I was probably a bit more just kind of hold it down, I would just like finish the gig and then go and like play and go back and play in church to scratch the itch. Do you get what I'm saying? Or I'd go and play at jam nights or I'd go play at jazz nights. I was everywhere. I was everywhere. So depending on what day you've caught me, you might catch me playing in church, like really doing gospel stuff, or you might catch me at Ronnie's, like upstairs, like swinging.
Yeah.
We might be shedding together. You might see a video of me or like come to a shed session that I'm doing with like a couple of my mates where we've got a couple kits, or you might see me on TV with Ollie Murs just playing no fills.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So then I just started getting phone calls to do everything, all of these different things. And I say to everybody, like now, I'm like, try and learn as much different genres as you can. And going back to what we were saying earlier, like try and appreciate them. So when you learn the genres, you can play them properly.
Yeah.
Because if you can play them properly, you then become trusted. Do you get what I'm saying? And then at the bare minimum, the only reason why like I'm where I am today is because like the phone doesn't stop ringing for different things. Like if I was just the pop guy, then I would only do the pop gigs.
Yeah.
If I was just the gospel guy or the R&B guy or the jazz guy, I would only do that stuff. So for me, it's kind of like I might be doing The Voice one day and I might be playing for a choir the next day, and I might be doing a drum clinic the next day, and I might be doing a jazz gig in next week.
And at this point, you don't find it hard to shift gears?
No, because, it's just I've spent so much time kind of like going into the genres that like, it's just becoming like a chameleon, really. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Hercules is the right second name because you are like a demigod.
No, thanks, man.
I mean, you're currently playing drums for Ed Sheeran, which, I mean, to get it out of the way early doors, I look like him. If you had to draw him from memory, you've probably drawn me by accident.
I was going to say, but you beat me to it.
Yeah, so that's with Ed that I look like Ed Sheeran. But what's it like being in that world? Because that, alongside the drumming and the trust that you're talking about, but playing these stadiums, being on a tour like that,
it's
next
amazing.
level.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, it's been an incredible opportunity. If everybody got a chance to do a gig of this size, like for everybody to be able to see the things that I get to see every single day. You're playing in stadiums, they're packed. Like, I mean, like I watch a lot of football, and when you watch a game, you have to imagine that like you're watching a game in a stadium, but only the sides are full up. But when you're playing in a stadium, it's like the sides and the pitch.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like of people, like it's nearly double the amount of people that is like actually there.
What does that feel like to be amongst?
It feels great. I mean, like when I start playing, it's like any other gig. Like, do you get what I'm saying? A lot of people think like, the nerves go up when the venues get bigger, and it doesn't. Like it's the same thing. It's the same process that it would be playing in a small room. You're doing the same thing. You're just playing to more people, and you kind of just become like these gigs are like you become immune to how much people there are because there's so much that you can't really fixate on.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to see every person.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Whereas like you play the smaller gigs and there's somebody looking at you like, do you get what I'm saying? Like you can actually see them, but like on the Ed gigs, like there's so much people that you can't see anyone. If that makes sense.
With that Ed Sheeran show, are you just on your own though on a little riser?
So his stage setup is like really unique.
How do you communicate with do you need to communicate with the band?
We're all on talkback mics. I've got my own stage. It's pretty cool because
no cheeky winks.
Sometimes we try, but it's unique because I've got like my own stage, and then there's like hundreds of people that are kind of in and around me, and like I kind of love it because like they're like that's like my section of people. So like they're there to see Ed, but then like they're facing him, but then like they're turning around, and I'm like, right, yeah, you're right. Whereas like when you're always on the same stage as ours, you can't really do that. But like this is it's like way more of an immersive experience.
It's a really cool idea.
Do you get what I'm saying?
It's not the classic, like, you're at the back, the crash symbol covers your face. It's like everyone's like, there he is kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And then, even like for the few people that maybe come because they know that I'm playing, or if I've invited friends or family to come, they can actually be part of the experience. Yeah. They can experience it with me. Do you get what I'm saying? So, it's really unique. But then he does 2 different types of shows. He's got the big stadium show, and then he has shows that are like a bit more intimate, that we're all on the same stage.
Are you often like, look, guys, get off. I'm used to my own stage, please.
Yeah.
Come on,
Ed.
Everybody, just leave.
Is that Alex? I'm not sure who that is. What's going on?
Yeah, man.
Favourite football stadium that you've played in? I'm guessing there's been a few.
I played in Roma's stadium. Yeah, that was pretty sick. I did a support tour when I was playing with Rita, and we opened up for Coldplay. I got to play at the Emirates. So
You're the coolest person I've ever met.
Yeah, it's over. Let's just end the interview
there.
Like,
cool.
No, we're going to want to hold on because there's more Arsenal coming.
The Pearl kit that you have, it's one of the sickest kits, but
thanks.
How was that a thing that you were like, I'm picking that kit, or did it just turn up and you're like, that's the finish?
No, with Pearl, obviously like they have different ranges. Like you got reference, masters, and the one that I've got is the Master Works, which is like everything completely custom built and custom made to my spec sizes. So the colors and stuff that I picked was nothing that I had seen necessarily in a catalog, for example.
Yeah.
But just to give you an example of how it works, like if I wanted to ask them to build a kit that the pattern was the same pattern as my jeans, for example, or you wanted a pattern that like had your tattoos across it, then that's kind of what they would build. And then I asked them for like my specific sizes. And so I kind of went for like this green kind of marble vibe with some gold.
It looks
nugs.
so good. It's like it looks like the bottom of a swimming pool or something.
Yeah,
I don't know how you've done it.
It's a beautiful kit. It's a beautiful kit. It sounds great. Yeah. And I get loads of questions on it and stuff like that. But it's lovely. But it's perfect. Feels great. Sounds great.
Yeah. I mean, if anyone wants to go and hear the kit, get to Instagram immediately.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mic'd up by yourself?
Nope.
And we'll leave that there.
But then obviously like Zildjian as well, like you mentioned sort of like Dennis Chambers earlier. How was that being part of Zildjian, where I imagine so many of the drummers at the time that you looked up to were just all Zildjian lads? Yeah.
I mean, like Zildjian, man, I've been part of the company for a really long time now. But I guess like with everything is I grew up watching drummers like Dennis Chambers and Vinny and Will Kennedy. I just grew up watching loads of drummers who were playing Zildjian cymbals. So naturally that's kind of what I wanted to play. And then like, the older you get, you start to find your voice. And the thing is with Zildjian, man, like they're not trying to reinvent the wheel. Like sometimes I just want a good cymbal, which is great. Like, cause like they bring out symbols that I just need every single, like they're not trying to, even though they do mad stuff, like there's some companies that do like stuff that is like really far out there, but I'm like, they cater for like just a basic crash.
400 years they've been making.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so that's what
they
I mean.
They invented the wheel.
Yeah, like they've got a basic crash and a basic ride, like that's got no madness, but then they've got stuff that has got the madness if you really want to go out there. Do you get what I'm saying? So they've got everything in between crazy and really simple, and sometimes I just want like really simple, and sometimes I want something that's like, how far can we go? And I've got some stuff that is like, like prototypes that's like really, really cool. And depending on the gig, I will pick my symbols accordingly.
Yeah.
Most of the time, yeah.
Can I do an Arsenal bit?
If you've got an Arsenal bit.
Have you ever asked them, if you use any A customs, to change the A to the Arsenal A?
Oh, that's such a good idea.
As in
Could you
this
do it?
one? Is that what we're talking
That's
about?
the one. That's the one.
I've got a
Alex
tattoo
has
of
got
it.
it on his
That's
bicep.
such a good idea.
I'm just saying, maybe they'll do it for you.
You're way ahead, man. You're way ahead.
I don't know if what deal we need to make, but we should definitely 10%.
Yeah, 10%. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I mean, talking of Arsenal, would you like to play a game?
I'd love to. Let's do it.
Okay, Dexter, you are against Alex.
Let's go.
Alex, you, just as Dexter, are a lifelong Arsenal fan.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I reached out to my friend, and Will Drumsdale's in the room, Will's friend, Jeeves is what we call him. He looks like Jeeves the butler, and he is a very smart man. He loves Arsenal.
Yeah.
He invented this quiz. It's very short, 3 questions and a tiebreaker if we need it. It's called the Ultimate Arsenal Fan Quiz.
Let's do it.
Creative name.
Hello and welcome to the Drum Social Podcast. Today I visited the Arsenal football ground where the stadium is packed with die-hard football fans, or should I say 100% certified gooners, to see if I can find the ultimate Arsenal fan. So wish me luck and 1-0 to the Arsenal. Come on, lads. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Come on, lads. 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal.
Have you seen the questions though?
No.
Okay.
This was made about 9 months ago,
Okay.
and I've kept it in a vault.
All right.
The way that it's going to work, and it won't make sense to me, is you're going to pick, unless it's Thierry Henry, which rhymes, you're going to need to pick your favourite Arsenal player to buzz in with.
Okay. Cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're going to need to buzz in to answer.
right.
So who are you going to choose?
As a kid, it was like Carnu.
Kanu's good.
I'll say right.
Right.
Legend.
Yeah.
Have you ever met Ian Wright?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Pause the game.
Yeah.
Pause the game.
Come on.
Right. Come on. Right.
What?
So first of all, yeah, Ian Wright. He's from Brockley, and I'm from Brockley. So like, yeah, it's mad. Do you know? I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah, because I've got locks now, yeah. But when I had like short hair when I was younger, everybody used to say that I look like Ian Wright.
Oh, you get Ian Wright and I get Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, I used to get it loads. I used to get it loads when I was really young. Like, oh, you look like Ian Wright. You like him. So like at one point I was like, he's probably my dad, man. Like, he's like, I'm sorry, Ian, if you're watching. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, just the
He
resemblance.
owes you some birthday presents.
Yeah, like no. So, but I did meet him when I was doing the Coldplay thing at the Emirates, and he came to a Coldplay show. I didn't even know what to say, man. It was like, but he was my first hero. He was like that's the reason why I support Arsenal. He's like my first hero.
Oh.
So I'm gonna say right. That's my
Right.
Yeah,
Kanu.
Carnu.
Serious now, isn't it? Serious in the room.
Let's do it.
Question number 1. Buzz in if you know the answer. Just enjoy the ride, boys. Who was the Arsenal top scorer before Ian Wright surpassed him?
Right. Cliff Bastin.
Yes. You've taken it
Got
1
in
point to
there.
Dexter. Straight away. And I like that it was
Yeah.
connected.
You were straight in there.
Have you seen the questions? Have you been in my vault?
Oh, mate, I'm just a lifelong Arsenal fan, man.
Okay.
I'm just a humble guy.
Welcome to question 2.
I'm going to get cooked.
I've been waiting for this for so long. Right, question 2. How many times have the Arsenal women's team won the Women's FA Cup? Closest answer wins if we need to.
8.
Yes. Huh? 8. I thought you said A.
Yeah, 8.
That's
8.
not even an option. 8 is good. I need a number from you, closest to.
I'll go 10.
14.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
So
okay.
you've taken the point.
Thank you very much.
Okay, this is good. How many Premier League games did Arsene Wenger manage Arsenal for?
Right.
Closest answer wins. So you can take your time.
Oh, he got in there quick.
Dexter, no one has ever looked at me that seriously before.
No, because I don't know the answer, but I
You think
just
you're-
thought I'd just say right first, so eliminate you.
And now you can.
You will
I've been
both,
sent off, I think.
you'll both need. I need closest to, so you both get a chance. So you can take your time with this one, and I'll just tell you things I know about Arsenal while you.
1,000.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 1,100. 1,115.
1,115.
Yeah.
1,190.
Dexter wins.
Oh,
The point is 823.
that's not right.
823.
That's not right.
Well, that's what I've got written here.
Because we lost in
No,
our,
we
his
lost. We got
1,000th
battered
game
at
by
Chelsea
yeah.
away 6-0 on his 1,000th game.
Yeah.
Premier League games.
We went the same.
Okay.
Looking forward to seeing that back to see if he said Premier League.
How many Premier League games did Arsene Wenger manage Arsenal for?
I said Premier
We did,
League.
Yeah.
We both went deep on the 1,000th game. And were
Because
like,
it was
oh.
that 1,000th game was heartbreak. So
I was recording drums when that game was on, and then the guy just every now and then would be like, "It's 2-0, it's 4-0."
I remember I was at my cousin's house watching that game, and I just got up and left halfway through.
just
It was
hands up,
horrible.
I'm
Yeah,
out.
it was horrible. Yeah.
But are you happy with that, or do you want the tiebreaker? Because
No, let's go tie break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go tie break.
Okay. This is the tiebreaker.
I was waiting for you to jump in then. Before That's right. What?
I didn't have a tiebreaker, and I just had to text Jeeves about 2 weeks ago and say, "Do you remember that quiz you made for me? I need a tiebreaker."
Yeah.
This is what it is. Oh, the tension in the room. We can all feel it. Arsenal became the first team in the Premier League to field 9 black players in their starting line in 2002. The score was 4-1.
Right.
Who?
Right.
Double right.
Leeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just was Leeds.
Didn't even finish the
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, no. But you're
We
too
know-
far away to shake your hand, but
You are the ultimate fan.
you know on FIFA when you just have to delete club, that's me.
There is a prize, but knowing that you are a gym hunk, I don't know if you eat sweets, but you've won a bag of Haribo Tangfastics.
Yeah, lovely, man. I'll
Will you
take that.
accept them?
Yes. Thank you.
There we go. That was the game.
all
It's
right.
been real, man. It's been real.
Right, final thing before we finish, we have the Drum Social playlist on Spotify where we ask each guest to just pick 3 songs. It can be songs you played on, songs that inspired you.
Yeah.
You're in control.
Oh, I'll go for a song that I played on, which was a cool one by Stormzy, called Blinded by Your Grace.
Yeah.
Part 2, I think.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Stormzy in real life, nice guy.
Yeah.
Seems so nice
Yeah,
whenever you see.
yeah. Lovely. So I played on that song, which is on his album Gang Signs and Prayer. I'll say Caught Up by Usher, just because it's Aaron Spears, and there was a point where like Aaron Spears was just like my favorite drummer, and I got to meet him, and he's like one of the nicest people ever. So like Aaron Spears is iconic for playing Caught Up.
Yeah,
but-
that video.
Yeah.
How many times have you watched that? The
But,
red polo shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Those
but
hi-hats.
there was like when Aaron Spears was playing for Usher, like just everything that he played on, I just wanted to get my hands on. So I will say Caught Up because that represents that era.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 more though. Does it have to be 3?
You can have 2
It's
more.
got to be.
Yeah, throw him in.
One of them is 7 Days, a Sting, just because that represented like me kind of like discovering Vinny and like, you know, just everything.
Yeah.
I mean, that's self-explanatory. And the other one is, I think, Soul Sacrifice or Soul Survivor, one of those 2. But it's by Santana, Carlos Santana. And there's like a live version of it that he did, and he had Dennis Chambers on drums. And Dennis Chambers just does this mad solo, bro. Like, it's the maddest solo ever. It was just really, like, it's just like this really, really long solo. But, like, it was sick. And then I got to play the song when I was at college. Like for our final major project, like, I got to play this song just because they knew I was like that kind of drummer, and I was like, it was just like a big deal because everybody was watching me, and I told one of my friends to I was like, yo, come up, like this is gonna be sick, yeah. Blindfold me, blindfold me, and then I'm gonna carry on playing the drums, and everybody's gonna go crazy, yeah, sick. So then like I'm playing this solo. And then like my friend comes like, bro, I was like 15, 16, like, so I was everybody was gassed, and then I was the man for weeks.
Oh.
And like I was like, yo, come up, and then he blindfolded me, and I kept on going, and everybody went crazy. So that was a song
good.
that made me popular.
Insane.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for doing this.
Dexter.
That's one, guys, man.
This is the best.
Yeah, thanks everyone for listening. Like, share, subscribe, all of that kind of business.
It's been great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, apologies if you don't like football. If you support Tottenham,
Yeah.
Go yourself. Also, your Twitter account is a good laugh as well.
Bro, like my Twitter has got nothing to do. You would never know I play drums.
Yeah, that's what I like. It's really
You'd
good.
never know I play drums. It's just, and nobody even responds to my tweets. I'm just chatting to myself.
I'll be there. You'll see
Yeah, I'm
me
just
there.
chatting to myself. Like, great shot. He's playing terrible today. No one's responding.
Everyone respond to it. I'll be there. You'll find me in the comments.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, guys. It's been great.
Nice one.